everybody, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. It's Shelby and Kelsey here, and we're bringing you guys another myth that we're ready to bust on nutrition. So today's myth is about superfoods, and you probably heard about these foods, and they're kind of touted as, fix all. They're going to cure this or cure that, but they might not cure an unhealthy diet. So I'm going to move over to Kelsey. Kelsey's going to tell you a little bit about these superfoods and this myth.
Awesome, thanks Shelby. So like Shelby said, a lot of our superfoods are a pretty hot topic right now, that they are going to fix that condition or fix that illness. But really what we like to focus on is that all of our foods are going to be considered superfoods. So not just specific things that you include of those superfoods is going to fix something. Really what we want to focus on is going to be MyPlate. So I've got my MyPlate here. Really, in order to follow an overall healthy diet, we want to include all of these foods from these 5 nutrient-dense food groups. And yes, some of those considered superfoods are going to fall into the MyPlate, but it's more about having a well-balanced diet that includes all of these foods from the nutrient-dense food groups. So Shelby's going to show us a great recipe that we brought to you guys today. It's going to be a jam. So we're going to have some berries included in that, but also some chia seeds, which we find is definitely considered one of those superfoods, but we're going to spin it on how do I include chia seeds into a recipe and incorporate those in my diet. And Shelby's also going to talk about some of the nutrients that they're really rich in too, to tell you why they're important. So I'll turn that over to Shelby.
So this I tried last week, and it is so good. It's so easy too to make a fresh jam. So this is just 2 cups of berries, and here's the ones that we use. We just used frozen mixed berries, and I truly just threw them in this pot. I let them over low heat kind of melt down and render all their juices, and then I mashed them with the bottom of my spoon just so I didn't have a bunch of lumps in my jam. So you can see it's really, really nice and cooked down. So I'm moving that off of the heat, and I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. So that was 2 cups of berries, now 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And chia seeds are really interesting. They're really great because they're high in iron and calcium, fiber, and healthy fats. But they also have a property that makes them gel, kind of making this a thickener of sorts. So you can use chia in a lot of different recipes, actually as an egg replacement too, because of that gelling property. So I'm just putting that right in there. It's gonna start to gel in the next few minutes, and that'll be nice and incorporated. Now, if you don't like the seeds, you can always blend this jam and it's gonna continue to be gelled, but then you don't have to be eating or munching on the seeds. Now, I personally enjoy having that crunch in there, so I just leave them whole like this. I do add a little bit of sugar in this recipe, but just to taste. So you could add as little or as much as you wanted. This is just about 2 tablespoons, and I'm gonna lightly put 1 of those tablespoons in there, and then we'll taste it here in a minute. And it's already starting to gel. And this is so easy because you can keep it in the refrigerator for a week, or you can freeze it for up to 3 months. So it's a little bit like a freezer jam. Gonna be great for the summer whenever you can put all of your fresh berries in here, strawberries, whatever you like. You could even do grape if you wanna be a little bit adventurous there. That's a little bit more time intensive. All right, so this is all mixed together, and you can see how tasty it's looking. It's gonna come together even more as it gels. But I want to show you just what that looks like here. Throw it on my toast. Look how deep in color. We've got all those berries that have great antioxidants. Chia seeds, which we just talked about, are wonderful. Guys, 2 tablespoons of this is just 30 calories. And if you were eating Smucker's jam, that's going to be 1 tablespoon for 50 calories. So much lower in calories, higher in fiber, and all those great benefits that we get from the freshness of this recipe. Definitely try it out. We're going to eat it for lunch.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Wellness Wednesday. We hope you try this recipe out. Let us know in the comments below if you do and how you like it. Also, don't forget to tune in to Friday for Fitness Friday with Seth and Shiloh, where there will be busting some more exercise myths. Next week will actually be our last week for myth busting of April for you guys. So don't forget to tune in next Wellness